Aries, this is your ethereal news for January 2021. So Aries, we start off the month with, there's going to be some sort of, there's going to be a checking in from the divine. You're going to have some sort of self-assessment come up where you're going to be evaluated, okay? So this is going to be a month where at the beginning, there's going to be a lot of karmic issues. A lot of karmic issues arise. So I feel like this is going to be a time where the universe comes in and kind of evaluates and sees or assesses how far along or how much growth or, you know, like that soul development where you're at with that, to see if you're going down the right path or not. And it's going to be revealed to you in some way. So that's what's starting off this whole chain of events for this month, okay? And then we move into this new beginning of passion. So I feel like the universe, okay, once they did this like karmic evaluation or the self-assessment, the universe is giving you this new beginning of something that you were very passionate about. So it's like you're getting your energy back, and you're also getting this new spark of genius. Okay, there's something coming to you that's it's a genius idea even, and it's going to be this new start to this passionate path you're about to go on. So I see at the beginning of the month there's going to be this chapter close for you, and you're going to start something new, a new chapter. Okay, yeah. So in the past, you've been going through, I feel like you've been having a lot of pity parties in the past, like poor me, or, you know, you'd get really upset and like, you know, you would lash out, have these emotional outbursts, or your emotions just have been unbalanced. And I feel like, you know, in the recent past, you've just been kind of just crying over spilt milk, or just, you know, just kind of focusing on the love that has been lost instead of the love that is still there. You know what I mean, Aries? So the universe, I feel like it's not your fault either. I feel like the universe is really seeing that, because it's going to be some karma that steps in at the beginning of this month, and it's going to be a fated, destined energy that comes in for you that kind of switches you up on your new path. So I feel like maybe you could meet somebody that kind of just like ignites this whole new path for you, because I feel like you're coming out of a path that was very sad for you, okay? You felt very lonely. And I feel like because of all that, during this time you couldn't really manifest too, because I feel like you've been presented with some really good opportunities, and you've been in a good place financially. But with this, you know, I feel like you were just going through some sort of like emotional growth that was very painful. But once you go through it, it's like your soul is really appreciating you for going through that, because it's like, Aries, you have to be alone sometimes, and you have to take that time alone just so you can get back in touch with your emotional side too, because you are such a passionate and driven sign, okay? But so I think that you're going to get a hang on, you're going to get that groundedness back, because whether you knew it or not, in the recent past, you were in a good place, but you couldn't really pay attention to that because there's some sort of, your emotions were tugging at you because there was some sort of calling. There was something that you were being called to do, okay? And you couldn't quite understand it, okay? That's why maybe you just needed to go down that little bit of solitude so you can kind of understand like what the divine is tugging at you and what it's all about, what it's asking of you, you know? So, in the middle of the month, it's like you're going down this path of solitude and you need to, you know, have that alone time because you're trying to figure out what the divine is wanting of you. You feel like you're being asked to do something huge, something big, and you know it was coming because in the recent past, it was kind of like your emotions, you felt like your emotions, something was going on. I mean, your life was good. You were pretty grounded, you know, you had plenty, so material-wise, and you didn't understand why you were having this feeling of lost love, like the divine was going to call you to do something very particular that was going to help really feel the love of other people's cup up in a collective state, okay? So the divine is giving you this new path, okay? And then in the middle of the month, not only are you going to be bestowed upon this new path that has this new beginning of passion, so the divine is giving you something passionate about to gear towards this new path, you're going to have this mental clarity come in also, where you're also being equipped with this new way of thinking, and this new way of filtering through information, and this new way of viewing the world, and pretty much viewing what this new path is all about, what it entails, and what the divine is calling of you to step up and do, okay? And I feel like, you know, as we go down further, you're going to be so happy because I feel like there's some sort of matrimony going on for you. Like, I don't know if you have somebody in your life, or I feel like you're going to meet somebody new and they're just going to really reset and recharge and recalibrate, and just, they're going to forge this new love for life, okay? That's going to ignite you on so many levels. It's going to ignite you on this passionate love for life, okay? And it's going to ignite you on this new way of thinking about life that's going to be very beneficial. So I feel like somebody's going to come into your life that really sets, you know, the domino effect for all of these chain events to happen, okay, Aries? So yeah, there's going to be this new puppy love. At the end of the month, that's what you're going to see it as. Okay, so yeah, I feel like there's going to be this, yeah, there's somebody in your life, Aries, and you're going to know who it is if they're not there already, okay? But at the end, you're going to see that they're the ones that really helped you to, either they were praying for you, or they had some sort of good intentions, or they were sending you some very positive energy. But what had created this destined, fated event of karma coming in, where the divine was closing a chapter in your life and opening a new one, this little bit of puppy love that you got going on with somebody really was a main ingredient for all of this to happen. Okay, Aries? So by the end of the month, you're going to be I think a lot of this is going to take a lot out of you by the end of the month. So just kind of at the end of the month, really just relax and kind of enjoy what you do have and what you've already generated, and enjoy what you've already like materialistically acquired, and kind of just like stop and smell the roses, because after all that, you're going to feel you're going to want to really rest and relax at the end of the month, because that was a whole lot that you went through at the beginning, okay? So at the end of this, you're going to want to, and I feel like it's going to be shown to you that you are going to stop. And it's like at the beginning where you were paying attention to the love that was lost and not so much the love that was there for you. And that has been there this whole time. And that has repeatedly shown you throughout this month that that love was still there supporting you through this month, because this is a very turbulent month for you. At the end, you're going to understand what the universe was showing you, because the universe was showing you that stop and look at everything you've already gained in life, the relationships that you've built, the bonds that you've built, the wealth and the abundance that you've already generated, the time that has already been spent for you to create your life, okay? So I feel like this whole month is a closing of a chapter, and it's a start of a new cycle for you, a new chapter. One that you're very excited about, and one that is showing you and opening your eyes and appreciating life in all of the small, minute details. Okay, Aries? So with that being said, let's get you a Law of Attraction card. The Law of Attraction is always matching, quote Buddha. Receptivity. I am open in my heart and mind to receiving the blessings that I deserve. That is so cute. That really ties and sums up this whole read. I mean, the universe is showing you how receptivity, how it works. And for you, it's showing where you needed to tune out to some degree, and it's showing you how to tune back in, okay? And that's kind of just like the ebb and flow of life, where, you know, where there's an end, there's a beginning, where there's a beginning, there's an end. So it's like, the divine is really showing you, Aries, how important your place is right now. How your role is very specific, okay? And just be receptive to the energetic flow around you. And I feel like you are gaining a higher degree of intuition. And it's helping you to really be one of the trailblazers that's able to really sort out the bigger issues in this world right now. Okay, Aries? So that's all you. This is your Ethereal news for January 2021. Take care.